I recently had an interaction where someone I hold in high esteem questioned my mental health because his version of reality didn't align with mine. In the end, mine proved correct over his, but it left me distraught. What was coming up here for me?
What seems to be coming up here is that there are multiple timelines in play at the moment, and the matrix is coming down in a big way at the same time. But what I'm getting from the cards is that in the past, the matrix timeline was the predominant timeline that everyone stepped into. Like it was the dominant reality. And now you have everyone splitting off and creating their own realities, feeding their highest vision for themselves as they're getting their downloads and as they're being inspired by the higher dimensions on their path of growth, as they're getting insights from possibly their star family for their divine mission. So everyone's sort of starting off on their own personal timelines. Everyone is in fact honouring their own version of reality, and it's going to become more obvious in the future. Spirit's saying that in the future, it's going to be more obvious that we're collaborating together to be on the same timeline. So in other words, we'll be aware that we agreed to be on the same timeline to share certain experiences. And we may do it for a while. We may share timelines with people for a while we're on a particular mission, on a particular path, or maybe even while we're sharing projects. And then, we might decide to leave that path and go on another path, on another timeline, sharing with other people. So time's going to be a bit more fluid. In reality, it's going to be a lot more fluid moving forward because we're moving away from those old structured views of what reality is, and we're moving forward on a brand new way of interacting with the world. There's a lot more fluidity moving forward, and we're going to be more aware that people that are in our reality are there because they chose to be. And we chose to be with them. And we chose to have similar experiences. And we're kind of like in reality bubbles, I'm getting. And while we vibrate at the same resonance, we share those reality bubbles. But we can leave and join other reality bubbles. And it seems that that's the way it's going to be in the future. We're going to be guided by our higher selves where to be, which bubbles to be a part of, as part of our higher self's choice around what we want to experience to have fun and joy and purpose in the future. So to put context to your question, this person that you hold in high esteem and you were sharing two different reality bubbles. And so when you came together, those timelines clashed. And this will become more and more obvious in the future with people that are not on the same vibration as you are. It's not that they're bad or different or unevolved. It's just you're experiencing two different things and two different worldviews. So there might be a bit of static in the interaction. So it's probably best in the future if you let people's observations of the world just allow them to have it, because their version's just as valid as yours, and arguing over it won't serve any purpose because their reality is their lived experience, just as yours is. So I'm glad you were able to resolve that situation in an empowered way. They're explaining that in the future, when resources are perceived as infinite, we'll become a lot more relaxed about things like that, about being right or wrong, that those won't seem as such important values. What will be valued more is how we treat each other and how much fun we have joking about it later.